right, let's get started. Remember, confidence is not going to do shit for you. Confidence is only going to make you comfortable in what you choose to do. Do you think a confident person worries about being confident? I don't think they worry about anything. But I do know they have insecurities. Let me put this out. The significant difference between a confident person and you is we identify the insecurities we have and approach them with a determination unlike yours. Insecurity does not frighten a confident man or woman. Actually, it makes us happy that we can still see where there's progress to be made in our lives. If insecurity had its way, even with a confident person, it would weaken. Sidewalk University teaches you a person who knows how to deal with insecurity finds it a tantalizing piece of life's pie, something for you to enjoy. You see, once a person with a confident outlook on life's spot of insecurity, after toying with it a while, we get rid of it. I have 3 of the most dope references a person could want. And they are wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The problem for me was the waiting. I am one impatient motherfucker. Now, I know I should be patient and wait to bloom. But I kept having those flashes that I wouldn't get to bloom. And as my Abadabba Q hand got better, and as I matured into a full-fledged motherfucker at the top of the heap of this fucking Abadabba, yet I still would think something could derail me. And something could. Being satisfied. Thinking you made it. I probably won't be comfortable until I know it's over for me. And even so, I'm stoked about the process of living my dream. Because it's going so smoothly for me. Even with the ups and downs that you know I've been having, it's still going smoothly for me. This is what could be coming for you if you had people on your line that was really about what you're talking about. This dude hit me, hey bud, let me know when you do that live stream because I definitely want to catch it. I had your courses since May 2012. I probably listened to them at least 20 times, and each time I catch something new. I know the course works because people tell me all the time it's something different about me. Even people I don't know, male and female, go out of their way to strike up conversations. Man, game is a motherfucker. And anybody that gets that course is going to be laced for sure. Now, of course, you could think I paid for this. You could think I made it up. Or you can think whatever the fuck you want to think about your station in life or what I just said. But if there's something you believe you have not discovered inside of you, sidewalkyou.thinkific.com is only a click away. I'm sure you can find a million things to do with that little money. But the reality is this is one inexpensive thing that is absolutely for you. $50, $100 a month? Come on, man. I'm going to leave you with this. When a woman says she is a strong black woman, why don't she just say what she means? Do any of you motherfuckers know what a woman means when she say she's a strong black woman? No, not even black. She's a strong woman. Well, she really means she's a KHB. That's knucklehead bitch. So, what I'm saying, why don't she just say what she really means? You know, I'm a knucklehead bitch. Because every time a knucklehead motherfucker say some of that knucklehead shit, it's after they have in some way acted an ass towards a man. And whenever they say, oh, he's a strong black man, it's after she has shitted on him and he didn't do nothing. Now, I wish the knucklehead bitches would speak English and say what they mean. Because I done blazed the trail. I can only travel so far. And the shit is looking so clear now, I get tempted to settle. You know, there are times I'm crazy. You know that, don't you? That was one of them. I don't know what made me say I'll settle. I will never settle. And that's exactly why I want to continue the same path I'm on. Settling is not an option. I'm all in and won't quit until the last shovel of dirt is thrown over my black ass. I'm getting so much better at teaching my students. It's amazing. This is a momentous occasion for my dreams, for my goals, and my aspirations. So you're gonna be bombarded with quips and philosophical shit from yours truly on Instagram, on Facebook, just everywhere. I claim the elders thing. So you must hear this and pay attention. Because things are not always as clear as they should be or could be. Do you know how important it is to be able to be yourself? I know, you know, I know it. You be yourself in every whatever occasion. I didn't have to make any real adjustments from a square to a pimp's life. It wasn't me at the time, but it truly was in me to be a motherfucking pimp. Now, I remember when I got out the game and started my square life. Now, that shit was hard. Transcending from the game to the square life. I began to have a motherfucking identity crisis. The first thing I realized, it was way harder to square up than it was to turn out. In the game, being on stage was rewarded with admiration, plenty of compliments, and a bevy of other ways to make you want to always be on stage. I got so used to that once I settled into my square ass world. Being on stage was not very well received. It wasn't well received because there was no goddamn stage for a nigga like me to be on. And when I realized I couldn't be seen as the motherfucker I am, or had become accustomed to being recognized as, I was fucked up. Shit, there was no way I was going to settle into oblivion and be happy. I was miserable for a good week or two until I realized who I am. I'm Bud, B-U-D-D, for a double dose. And I made my motherfucking name. Nobody gave me my name. I thought of it and lived to represent it. Always. I had to realize I stopped pimping. I did not stop being a motherfucker. And finally, I did realize that. And I, set out to do some things I hadn't done in quite a while. And in doing it, I found a path to be able to be me. Which is the point of this goddamn video. I had to do me in this square world just as I had done me in that fly world I was in. And I'm proud that I've been doing me as a square, getting square money, living a square ass life, and I accept this is me. Can you accept who you really are? Not who you pretend to be, but who your inner self is. I also know there are many of you who would not want to be me because you're glad you. If you accept who you are, then you'll appreciate this video. If you aren't able to accept who you are, then you need this video. Either way, you have been blessed with one of my last thoughts of my 70th year on Earth. After a few more of these life-altering videos, you're going to see the first of my videos in my 71st year. I'm a follower of past pimps who blazed the trail easily followed to the top of the mountain of this game. While I readily admit I am or was a follower, I also know how much of a goddamn leader I am. This is why I speak as I do and have my shows. Lead for followers and follow to lead. You guys do know Tony the Tiger is my motherfucking nephew. And he says to me things will be great on my birthday in 2023. So stay tuned. Now, if you take the time to listen to what confidence does for me, you should realize that at the same time, that same time you take to see what confidence does to me could be taken to realize how much you need my course. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 is the ultimate in building confidence. Packaged so you can handle it. 50 or $100 a month. Shit. Sidewalk view.thinkific. Why do that always be missing? Is my new shit. What most of you don't understand about me is I ain't taking no fucking prisoners. I'm always up for whatever is on the menu. When I get at a woman, the first thing I do is figure out where she coming from concerning men. And I can tell that by her first few sentences. And once I notice where she's actually coming from, even if she says she's turned off by me, I'm a catch baby. So many of you have been in a position to see how this shit works live, listening to me on my show talk to a bitch that called in. But you missed the game in what I do. Emotions are dangerous unless you're using her emotions to win your battles. I evoke emotions in women, and when they get emotional, they'll tell you exactly how to flip that conversation to catch her. I kid you not. This woman swore I could not catch her because we didn't hit it off, and I was married because I told her. You know what I told that bitch? I said, if you talk to me, I'm going to have your ass. And she was such a bad bitch that she laughed at that shit. Needless to say, within 5 minutes, you could hear her breathing had changed. Her breathing was getting a little hard, like excited. And her voice had thoroughly softened. And it was to my devastating charm. Listen and learn, but remember, what you fucking learning is dangerous. I do business the old-fashioned way. I earn your respect and your trust. Now, I was in the process of making my course compatible with any media. And since I completed that, it's only right that I celebrate. So, baby, listening to me was in for a treat. Because I went off on a whole nother tangent. You know, I told that bitch, business is business. But unlike businessmen mindsets, of today, I don't pass the cost of my growth on to my customers. Whenever a businessman or a woman makes improvement on their product, what happens? They say, they raise the price. That's right, the price goes up. It especially does if they can visibly see the improvement. What the hell do you think they'd do if they had to spend money to make it where all of the media is compatible with their shit? She said the same thing. They would transfer the money on to the customers. See, I told that bitch, see my stupid ass, I did both of those things. And what did I do? I made it to where not only you get it all in one place, it's much cheaper for you. You see, I take money I make and make improvements on my products out of my pocket. I don't expect you to pay for the improvements I make to my products. If I fuck up, I'll pay out of my pocket. I don't raise the prices to make you pay for my fuck ups like companies do today. It's all on me. But this is only because I'm being totally honest in what I'm doing. I try to avoid things that can be avoided, steer clear of enticements to my integrity, and I shun those who lack respect for themselves and others. Baby, does any of this attract you? Let me tell you something. She couldn't even talk. She was so flabbergasted with what I was telling her. And as far as you guys who y'all be fucking with, I hear there's groups or a group that networks in the game. Now I can't imagine what they motherfucking do. They're supposed to be national and keep each other up on what's new in different cities. Now, I wonder how could they do that when they don't even get off their motherfucking computers. I mean, really, how could they know what was going on to relay any real information? I'm just sure you know you're about to be hit with a few of my philosophical thoughts. You just gotta understand, things are not always as clear as they should be. Now, in the game, being on stage was rewarded with everything you got from being on stage: recognition, prestige. And when you actually settle into a life where no one competes other than the motherfuckers that's working and they trying to get ahead at their job, your life becomes almost irrelevant. Man, I'm only trying to tell you guys to live up to what you make yourself think of you. I made myself think very highly of myself, and in order for me to do that, I had to keep that bar raised. Everything had to be better. Everything I did was better. My motherfucking partner Shantae, he understood what I was doing, because I understood what the fuck he doing. My thing is this: do you ever think of how good you have it? I mean, do you think about having it better than the motherfuckers in the Ukraine? What about some of the motherfuckers here, homeless, or hooked on alcohol or drugs? I have the blessing of God, the love of my family, and the support of all you motherfuckers. So I can say this with a doubt: the best years for me are yet to come. But I must admit, if I kept track of the blessings in my life, I would have run out of numbers to count with. Over 45 years in the game, 24 years as a visible motherfucking square, and never had to have gunplay. I had countless run-ins with other motherfuckers about this epidemic, and I'm proud to say none of it became physical. The WWQ was always the determining factor in my moves. Long as you were dealing with a man who respects this abba and they respect the etiquette that's been developed, there were no problems. There was order in this game. I stayed down for until nowadays. You know, be good to the game and the game be good to you. I know it's been hella good to me. God has blessed me to see another beautiful year, and I'm so appreciative for living. My life had many more ups than downs, and for that too, I'm thankful. I learned a lot, but what most sticks out is the old saying: it's true, if you give, you will receive back tenfold. And I have, and I'm doing it now. I have thousands of friends, but one brother didn't wish me a happy B-Day. He wished me a happy new year. I thought about that, and he's right. Each of us have a new year and should see our birth dates as a holiday. I'm just saying, I know I do. I spit a lot of shit, and it ain't being wasted. I hear you motherfuckers saying you getting it. I hear you motherfuckers and what you saying representing you getting it. I've been getting a lot lately, and it feels great. It feels great that I ain't goddamn wasting my fucking time. I'll be overjoyed with the appreciation that I'm receiving. And for the rest of the day, I would imagine after I get done with this, I'm going to savor a beautiful and event-filled past few weeks because believe me, in the past few weeks, my outlook has changed. Sidewalkyou.thinkific.com is changing how I see things. The world is round, but it's becoming flat. Do you know what that means? That means this technology is advancing us to where we can reach out to each other with the greatest of ease through Twitter, Facebook, but let's not forget or forsake the value of personal interaction. Don't forget the value in your being able to say what's on your goddamn mind, or whatever your desire is, and having that understood. Don't underestimate the importance of being able to see a person you're communicating with, and otherwise don't get hooked on texting. Don't forget the human qualities that most of you are leaving behind in your obsession with technology. It's only one thing a 70-year-old motherfucker can tell a 20-year-old motherfucker that's important. And you want to know what that is? That's how to get to 70. I get fulfillment every time I realize I'm delivering right on time information to a group of young men who are looking and finding their way in this goddamn maze of a life we live. I look back at my life and I know my daughter and my friends will benefit from my wealth of knowledge. I'm fucking rich beyond my wildest imagination, but still, I could use a little more. I'm on it. But I really want to thank all you motherfuckers, and especially my diehard daughter, who will not allow her dad to settle for less than what I want out of my life. Ever since I made it a point to be a real man in whichever field I went into, I've never had a conversation or debate with a person, and whether I won or lost, that person has never left with less respect for me than he came with. Most time their respect increases. I'm a firm believer there is at least 40 or 50 ways to handle any one situation, and I know all of them. To be 60 plus in today's world is not like it was back when I was a kid. A 60-year-old motherfucker acted 60, which back then was one step out of the graveyard, and the foot that's out is on a banana peel. It was easy as fuck to slip. Today at 60, a motherfucker has quite a bit he or she can actually rely on to be navigating the rest of their lives. And you know something? I used to not know how to not care about something. I mean, did you know if you act out in any regards about something you don't care about, you're showing extreme care? Over the years, I learned that the only one who is supposed to know your feelings is you. And of course, I have jewels to drop because of my dedication to representing this game to the fullest. But more than that, I know who my inspectors are. You motherfuckers are my inspectors. You could recognize shit from sugar, and you'd roast me if I just drop fucking bullshit on you. If I want to keep your respect, I better make sure I know and show you all 150 ways to walk a straight line. Straight into prosperity in your field. Whatever your field of endeavor is. No one is supposed to know what you like or do not like. Some of these fucking things are obvious, and by no means am I suggesting you gotta hide your feelings. But you can't expose them to just anyone. Another thing I'm learning is it's true Patience is a virtue. It's a virtue. I used to wonder why older people didn't have a problem waiting in lines or in offices. And now I know. Most times, you don't have nothing else pressing to do after waiting. So what's the rush? But the absolute best thing about being 70, in my case, is I have the majority of my wits about me and the pleasure of having 75% of my friends who I've known over 50 years. They're still living and healthy. I'm among the most blessed men in the world. You guys keep blessing me with all the best wishes. You know, that's really important to me. I'm happy to be here, sane and healthy. And all of you motherfuckers are way cooler than me. You looked in the mirror, you saw what you was lacking, and you've been on it. And let me tell you one thing, don't think because you feel 17 that your body will let you believe you're 17. I'm gonna tell you this one last thing. I decided to change my daughter's bedroom around because I got this motherfucker coming from Memphis to a young female, 28 or something, coming from Memphis. But she done told me she like pussy. So what I'm saying is it ain't gonna be about that. But I'm just saying shit. It's a certain way I like shit. So I moved the room around, you know, hopefully she gonna like it. And but when I started, I looked at this and it's only a mattress and shit. I can do that. I did do it. But right now, you probably hear how calm I'm talking and shit. My body won't let me get excited. Oh, goddamn. I had totally forgotten. I mean, I did do it, but my body didn't tell me how I was going to feel after doing it. I'm telling you, I had pain. I got pain in places I forgot I even had. My back, my legs, my neck, my arm. I mean, even my feet was hurt. I guess it's a lesson learned the hard way. My mother used to say, boy, act your age. I believe that message is well understood now. You know, you spend your life chasing dreams, and at most, you can say you almost captured it. Not many people get the chance to go as far as their dream projects. I've done a lot, but to be honest, I haven't done all I intended to do in my life. I did a lot in Abu Dhabi, but I didn't do all I could do there either. But I'm determined to do all I can do in this phase of my life. There is no percentage other than 100. I cannot see any other percentage. Nothing else will suffice for me. And all that, what I'm after. I'm after it all. And guess what? I'm going to get it too. I hope you get what you want out of life. Because I told you all before, I broadcast what I intend to do so it could force me not to let my people down. Now that it's out there, shit, I gotta stand up. I ain't scared of what could be. I know I'm older, but I don't feel any older. I know I'm wiser, but I don't really feel any wiser. I guess growing old gracefully ain't so bad after all. I'm blessed with friends all over the country and friends right here at fucking home. Alright, I'm gone, you guys. Let's see. That's not very long, but 40 minutes. And you guys didn't call in, so I mean, shit. I'm only talking to myself.